Mr. Roth, you've delivered handsome results to investors and the market. What pleased you the most about this report?
Well, what really pleased us is the fact that we're riding this tremendous wave of growth in our industry, and we really caught it quite well. Nortel has repositioned itself into the Internet. The Internet's growing at 30–40% faster in a lot of areas, and you're starting to see that turn up now in Nortel's results. In fact, through the year, you've seen Nortel's growth rate accelerate, and the third quarter has been our best growth rate yet, 30% in the quarter, and we had very, very strong order input for the quarter, so that sets us up extremely well for the last quarter of our year, which is just coming up now.
I gather the results might have been better if you've been able to fulfill more orders. How are you going to deal with those bottlenecks?
Well, we've been working that very aggressively, as you might imagine. This is one of the problems you'd like to have from time to time, but we don't want it to last too long. But demand for our products has multiplied several times. We're talking about growth rates well over 100% in terms of order input and demand for our products. We've doubled capacity. We've had to do that again, and we're starting to catch up now. But it's a heck of a stretch. We're talking about a big business here too. I mean, we're not talking about a few $100 million. We're talking about businesses measured in billions of dollars.
But given that you've moved to outsourcing, does this mean you have to find more people you can outsource to?
Well, really, this has been very instrumental to us in helping us service the demand. The outsourcing industry has been very responsive in what we've asked them to do, and that's really helped us meet the demand. But there's some critical components that we manufacture ourselves, and that we have to increase the supply of those devices.
Analysts have pointed to the fact that while the fiber optics business is really growing at a phenomenal rate, and that's what I think you've been talking about, your corporate sales are not where people would like to see them, I guess. Are you disappointed by this, and what can be done? Well,
we're riding more than just the optical business. Our optical business is doing quite well, but it's overshadowing some other businesses that are doing quite well for Nortel as well. Our growth rate in what's called access, this is how you get onto into the Internet from home or from an office building with a high speed. We've been doubling that business as well, and that's a billion-dollar business for us. Our wireless business has rebounded, and it's done quite well. Very strong mid-teens kind of growth rates for our wireless business. The enterprise business, or the sale to corporate, is I guess, a laggard by comparison. But when you start looking at other companies in our sector, they've sort of all been impacted the same way. We'd like to grow faster, obviously, but we do take comfort from the fact that we're sort of in the same range as our competitors in this area. We think that the Y2K issue is affecting the decisions for a lot of corporations to really focus on getting their IS systems through the year end, and then I think we're going to see a rebound next year.
Can you explain a bit about how the acquisition of Clarify, this e-business that you've picked up in California, is that going to help you on the side you're talking about, the corporate side?
The Clarify business is something called, is in an area of industry called customer relationship management. And the whole move to putting commerce over the web is going to increase the demand for the products that Clarify offers. As people start doing business over the web, looking for service, support, order following, order tracking, the products that Clarify have developed are absolutely instrumental to the whole range of e-commerce and e-business. And this is going to be a huge growth area in the coming years, and that's why we moved for it. It's sold not just to corporations who use this very, very heavily, but we're going to start to see service providers offer this as a managed service to small and medium-sized companies. And the Clarify product is already used extensively by service providers around the world, and it's one of the largest and most scalable systems in the industry. So this is why we think it's a good fit for Nortel.
Nortel is generally known, and on the indexes you're seen as a hardware company, but what you're talking about, and with this announcement today of Preside, I guess it's called, a service-enabling software thing, does this mean that the company is expanding into something much more than a hardware company?
That's true. That's true. In fact, Nortel right now does a lot beyond just supplying hardware. Our business has changed dramatically over the last 3–4 years. We now supply turnkey systems to our customers because customers really want the network turned up. So they give us a turnkey contract to just build a route from one city to another, as opposed to supply this product. The value in what we do is moving into the applications. Our customers have to continue how to make money beyond just hauling the bits. And so we've made a number of acquisitions and development in our own portfolio of products that actually allow people to manage services and sell services to corporations as opposed to just transporting the information. This is a growing area of the industry that all service providers are going after, and Nortel is really getting itself well positioned for that end of the market.
and the subject of another conversation. Thanks very much for this, John Roth.
Thank you, Susan.